Again.
One of the big secrets about Atlantis is the fact that our friend Dr. Beckett is not Scottish.
Actually, I'm Scottish, David.
He's not Scottish. He's Irish.
I'm not Irish. Conan's Irish. Lovely, handsome man, though, by the way. As David mentioned earlier.
Conan the Barbarian.
Conan. Conan.
Now do it without the accent. Watch this. On.
Off. Well, actually, the rest of the cast are...
Yeah, pretty nice, actually.
Actually, they're very nice, except for yourself.
Are these things even close to a transporter?
Yes, Elizabeth's is.
And mine?
It's a brisk walk away.
And by brisk, you mean far?
Oh, by walk, I mean run.
I think he's doing some great work. You know, for a guy who's not done a lot of clothed acting roles.
Yes.
I think he's done some great...
Aye, it's about time for another Scott in the Sky.
Yeah. That's very good, Scott.
Thank you very much.
My name is Samantha Carter.
We've already got one here.
There are two of us.
If only.
Well, if I told you, then they wouldn't be secret. So, okay, there's a death, there's a kiss.
Touch each other in the forbidden way. The forbidden way. They're touching and kissing and cut. Good.
There's a major discovery.
I see that they've lined the corners, the edges with dirt. That's important too, yeah.
Sometimes we get tightly reined in because we mess about a bit too much, or we laugh too much, or, you know, especially if we have a big shooting day and we can't stop laughing, then they get nervous. For the most part, everyone has a great time and we all laugh together, but every once in a while it's okay. We've got 11 pages to shoot. Chill out.
Fire on that target.
I have to tell you that going into the latter half of the season, I'm just exhausted all the time. That's something that I have to get used to, is that such long hours and for such a long period of time, I'm not used to working like that. On one side, it's given me a place to live that isn't with my parents. And being the youngest guy, it's kind of cool for me and giving me a whole new life experience that way.
Hey, how you doing?
Is it tomorrow?
No, it's Wednesday.
Wow. Secrets that Daniel Jackson has. Yeah, he's a cross-dresser.
Where's everybody else?
I transported them onto the Alkesh.
Well, you kept the wrong guy, because I don't know anything about the ship.
But you are very attractive.
Secretly, what ends up happening is there's this episode where Teal comes over to visit him, and Daniel's impersonating Ethel Merman.
As of late, people have been making a lot of fun of the Athosians on set, and I'm not happy about that. Calling us dirty little people. So we're cleaning them up. We're cleaning them up because we are a proud people.
I'm not about to put those lives in jeopardy until I at least know how you She adapted to the whole military aspect of it much more than I thought she would. And I think that had to do with just necessity. Once you're faced with an evil race, there isn't really a way to be hippie and peace-loving about it. So that's kind of stopped her in her tracks a bit and had to rethink a lot of her ideals and hopes and dreams and plans and all that stuff.
Amanda, I'm back.
Oh no, he's back!
Oh my God.
I miss you so much.
I miss you so much! Why is New York so far away?
How is it? I'm telling you, this is gonna be great. Fantastic. You always say.
Keep it down.
There's one big difference between the gate on Stargate SG-1 and Atlantis, and that is that Stargate SG-1's gate...
Hey, wait a minute. This is plastic.
Atlantis' Stargate.
Rubber. And this is the other fun thing about it. Look up there. It's a wiggly Stargate.
Fascinating facts that I know you're... I should put this back because they're going to need to... That's not what it wants to... Uh-oh. Ooh, gum. I need is a stick or something.
This is the MALP. Nobody's really sure what it stands for, except we think it stands for Mobile All-Terrain Laboratory Platform. although we made it up, so it doesn't really matter. It costs $85,000. It's not so much as all-terrain as no-terrain vehicle, so it should be actually called MNALP, okay?
Being an extra on this show it's really lovely. You know, they're treated top-notch. It's raining, they're provided cover. They're hungry, they're provided sustenance. If it's hot, they're provided shade.
Who wants to be a screamer? Yo, you volunteered. I'll give you $5 if you give me a good scream. Come here. Come here. You're like a girl.
Ready for you? Hi, I'm Finn Michael. I stand in for Richard Dean Anderson on the show. A lot of people don't know what a stand-in does. On this show, we do pretty well everything. Half the time, first thing in the morning, he's not there yet, so I'm doing the blocking, doing his dialogue. I don't get any fan letters because they don't know about me out there, but now they will, I hope. I'm hoping to get out to some of these gate cons. I know that they'd love to meet me.
Oh, check this out. His script with his gum on it. And his lines are actually highlighted. No speaker Jaffa.
Check the key! No habla Jaffa!
Well, one of the other secrets of working on Stargate is there's a lot of waiting around. I've been on the show for 6 years. I'm only 27 years old. I mean, check it out.
If it takes 7 days to shoot an episode, 6.5 days of that is just sitting around waiting for lighting to be done.
I beg to differ with that, being in charge of lighting.
You differ?
We wait more time for these guys to decide what they want lit and how they're going to shoot it than it takes to light it by far.
That is so not the case.
Let's settle this right now. What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for?
By the way, lighting's ready.
Eckhart! Nice!
I've wonderful relationships working in social with Martin Wood. Peter DeLuise has a phenomenal sense of humor, and he understands from an actor's perspective the process, but still is a very fine technician.
Mommy! Okay, sci-fi fans, here's a big secret revealed. The set that I'm standing in right now was built for almost $2 million, and it's solid steel. It's engineered steel. It's a huge thing. There's $60,000 to $70,000 worth of lights in here. What I'm going to do right now is going to walk you through the set and show you how many times in a single show I can use any room any number of times. So what ends up happening, like this area in here, you may notice from the season opener. There's Thor's console right down there. You throw it in the middle of this thing and you've got a huge Asgard ship. This is where we put the Wraith when we want to keep him in Atlantis. Wraith in Atlantis, you might ask? Now, the show you're about to see, called The Eye, the beginning of this season, this is completely flooded, this area in here. And there's so much water dumping on them because there's a hurricane happening right out there. Hard to believe because that FedEx truck would be like in the middle of the ocean somewhere. But there's a big green screen that we pull across in that thing, and that's how we make outdoors.
It's no secret, but it may be to you, but you're going to see with the eye that both Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis are doing some of the very best visual effects on TV you'll ever see, guaranteed.
The biggest secret is that all of our visual effects are actually done in this crappy building. We've been in there for 8 years with City of Vancouver just about condemning it. Average age of a lot of the artists that we have, it really varies. But to be honest, a lot of them are quite young. A lot of the guys, there may be like, one of them's 19, a couple of them 21, they're living at home with their mothers. Without these guys, you know, I'd be out of work, that's for sure. So it's fantastic. It's lucky for us.